anyone seen the Oprah Winfrey podcast where she's interviewing Kristen Cabot? Kristen is the woman that was in the Coldplay Kiss cam at the Coldplay concert. And I don't normally watch Oprah's podcasts, but I just happened to come across it and decided to watch it. Got a lot of things from it. But one of the things that struck me was, and that I could relate to, was how much this woman has gone through because of people judging her. So what I didn't know that came out during this interview was that she, at the time that this happened, was separated from her husband, and allegedly, because she wouldn't confirm it, but she was under the impression that her boss was also separated from his wife. So that was one thing. I mean, obviously, he was the boss, she was HR. They probably shouldn't have been caught doing that, which, of course, they didn't expect to get caught. But they weren't really doing anything sneaky because they were separated. Their marriages were already in a bad situation, separation. Not yet divorced, but what struck me was how we all, myself included, because we had never been given that information that they were both separated from their spouses, we all assumed, because of the way they reacted to being on camera, that they were having an affair and they were ashamed of being caught with somebody else. And I feel bad now because I did believe the narrative about her, about them. And, you know, she talked about how she's received death threats, her children have been threatened, you know, a lot of things like that. And that is horrible. That's unacceptable. No matter how people feel about the situation, you can't threaten people that you don't even know, and you don't know the whole story. But it's the judgment. And I can relate to that because of me when I went through divorce, how I was judged. And I can also admit and say that I was convicted by that because I was that person that was judging people that went through divorce, that I became aware of going through divorce. And so when I went through divorce and received that same kind of judgment, it convicted me and made me realize how unfair I had been. And so this story resonates with me because, my gosh, we judge one another so harshly without getting the full story. So I just think this is a good opportunity to just talk about, one, how we need to not be so judgmental of other people, but also think about times that we have been judged and think about how that felt. Now, I don't know if you've gone through divorce and have been judged, or just anything mistakes that you've made in your life where people didn't ask you or bothered to ask you the full story. They just judged you. And that is so hurtful and damaging to your spirit. Have you been judged? Or have you judged? I would love to talk to you about that. This is something that is hurting a lot of people. There's a lot of hurt people out there from being judged. And, you know, they always say hurt people will hurt other people. Maybe you're hurting somebody else because of your hurt. Let's talk about it.